Hello everybody, Styx here with the Token Minorities, bringing you round 2 of the Triforce tournament in the ORAS battle. Unfortunately, Jolt and I both have exams throughout this week, so we are unable to co-narrate this battle, so unfortunately you're stuck with me. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, we have Joseph here, or OML it's too easy, or uncensored. He has like 50,000 different names, against Astounded, and it looks like Astounded's using standard-ish hyper offense. Hyper offense comes in so many different forms with, obvious bulky chomp. That's kind of the single staple of HO is to have bulky chomp. It looks like, based on his team, it looks like AV Torn and Specs Raikou. However, that could very easily be Life Orb Torn and AV Raikou, basically something to eat up special hits. And Joseph using a pretty bulky team. I wouldn't say it's like offensive balance. It's more really just straight balance with what looks like a Mega Alakazam maybe, I'm not sure. But without further ado, we'll just go ahead and jump right into the battle. Astounded leads off with this Garchomp as Uncensored, or Joseph leads with this Clefable. Joseph just immediately gets some damage off with a Moon Blast as rocks are up for Astounded, and Joseph goes with the safe play, goes for another Moon Blast as Astounded goes into his Metagross. Now, not wanting to maybe take a Flamethrower, he switches into his Azumarill, scouting for it as Joseph goes into his Hippowdon to take really whatever hit that the Metagross wanted to go for. As Azumarill does just go straight for the knockoff, Joseph predicts that nicely, stays in with his Hippowdon, gets some nice damage off with an Earthquake, and now he's just going to slack off as Astounded does not want his Azumarill to die, and Joseph's able to just get a free slack off as this does turn out to be a Life Orb Torn, as Joseph does just get his rocks up. Hippowdon is low enough to where another Hurricane will be able to take it out. Joseph, I guess, was banking on the miss in order to get some free recovery, but unfortunately Torn does not miss, and now Joseph brings in his Heatran, gets almost blown back by a Superpower. Luckily Heatran does live, but unfortunately he misses the Fire Blast, which is incredibly unfortunate because that would have been a dead Torn, but instead it is a dead Heatran, and Torn is still alive and out there, and it just kind of sucks all around for Joseph because now Latias will have to take a hit. As it turns out, it is Mega Latias, and this is definitely just a completely bulky team with a random Alakazam. I don't know what that's doing there. As Astounded goes into his Garchomp right now, goes for the Outrage, turns out to not be Tank Chomp, as Latias reveals the Ice Beam, takes out the Garchomp, but at the cost of basically his life, as Weevil's able to come in and go for a pursuit. Even if Latias stays in, it will die, and unfortunately, down goes the Latias for Joseph as he goes into his Ferrothorn right here. Pretty much an all-purpose Weavile counter, unless they have low kick, which this one turns out to have, and Joseph is able to just take the Weavile out with a Gyro Ball. Very unfortunate because Ferrothorn is now low enough to where it cannot counter Metagross or Azumarill. Basically, because Weavile had low kick, it was just kind of game over because Joseph really has nothing else he can do, as Ferrothorn is down, and it looks like Azumarill will be able to clean up the game. Alakazam will come in, be able to do a little bit of work, particularly because the Torn is not AV, so it will go down to what I'm assuming is a Life Orb Shadow Ball. I don't think this thing is a Sash variant. As Astounded goes into his Azumarill, Joseph predicts the Aqua Jet very nicely, goes into his Clef. That looks to be banded damage, meaning that it will be easily able to take out the Alakazam with an Aqua Jet, as Joseph predicts the double into Metagross and doubles back out into his Alakazam to get another free kill. So Joseph is really quickly putting himself back into the game right here, as Azumarill does come in. Unfortunately, Joseph does not win the 50-50. He gets hit by an Aqua Jet, Alakazam goes down, and that's pretty much the game because Clef will not be able to take on the combination of Raikou and Azumarill, because even if it is Calm Mind, Azumarill is banded and will almost assuredly be faster, and Thunderbolt's just doing a little too much, as this Clefable is not Calm Mind and this Raikou is Choice Specs, so it looks like Astounded did not have an AV user on his team at all. So Clef will be able to heal up, but it will not be able to heal up enough, as Azumarill does come in and it will be able to put Clefable at a low enough amount of health with Waterfall to where Raikou will be able to come in and T-Bolt it. Even if Joseph had predicted the double into Raikou there, or double into Azumarill, and gotten the Moonblast off, it wouldn't have mattered because Raikou would have come back in and killed with T-Bolt. Had Joseph not lost the 50-50 of the Aqua Jet against the Azumarill again and gone back into his Clefable, then he definitely... Actually, I think he would have won because he would have been able to kill the Azumarill and the Raikou with the Zam, but unfortunately Astounded won that 50-50, and we are immediately put down in a 1-0 hole. Fun fact, Jolt and I didn't know that Joseph even played his battle until after we had played ours, so we had no idea we were down in a 1-0 hole, which makes things pretty interesting. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and we will be bringing you the DPP and Black-White 2 battles of Triforce Round 2 in the very near future. Yeah, this is Styx, signing out. Why not? See you guys.